All right, good morning, social networking professionals, team family. Jesse here, and let's get that off. I'm gonna get sunburned real quick, but because I have a new red line ferment 21 red algae stuff I can put on that may help. I don't know, but the body butter is really good. So we are. Where am I? Sorry, guys, I'm still waking up. For those of you guys that have kind of been following my journey here, pretty much after our call yesterday morning, I ended up breaking a belt in my car, and which forced me to pull over. Luckily, a lot of things ended up working out in our favor, and also some interesting lessons here. You know, it's always like, how do you turn everything into a teachable moment? So it's one of those things. It's hard for me to watch movies anymore because every time I watch a movie, I'm like, what could I learn? What could I teach from this movie? So, for once a teacher, I guess forever a teacher. But anyway, ended up getting a AAA. They were going to tow us about a 50-mile tow somewhere. But we found a town that was anyway, doesn't matter. About 10 miles away. And we called in and nobody had the part that we needed for our particular van to have the belt. So what ended up happening was I ended up bribing a guy at Grease Monkey to drive to Salt Lake City to pick up the part so he could drive it back so they could get it installed so we could get it back on the road yesterday instead of today, which we should have just stayed the night, but I guess it's just one of my determination things of like, no, I'm going to get things done now. Should have just stayed the night there and left in the morning. Or got it fixed and then came. But we ended up getting back on the road yesterday and made it out here to South Lake Tahoe. We are in somewhere. I don't know where we are, but no, we have a timeshare that let us, that we have 4 nights here. I don't even know if we're going to stay here. I'd actually rather stay in my van than stay in the timeshare. But they have a shower and internet, and just to kind of give you guys a peek around. So this is the property, and I'm just out here. There is the lake right. Well, actually, you can't really see it. Let's see. What if I stand up on here? Can you guys see it? Oh, can you guys see the lake now? Right over there. So we are going to be, or I'm going to be remotely working from here and having some fun and getting some things uploaded and all of that jazz. So we have had an eventful week, lots of things that are happening in our world, lots of things that are going on. So, but what I want to do today is I want to do actually a little bit more of an old school exercise. That's right. We are going old school today. And it's one of the things here as we have kind of been evolving into this new era of business and attraction marketing. One of the things I want to make sure we're doing is we're not throwing out the baby with the bathwater, because as we are developing our skill sets of building online, and although the strategies at which I built my business from when I started my network marketing career in 2002, and even the strategies that I used to build my Seacret business when I came in 2011 have adapted, they've molded. There are a lot of the things that I was taught even 18 years ago, things that I was taught that I was doing 11 years ago or 9 years ago that are very applicable. And not only that, a lot of the people don't really know. And this is why it's really important to kind of combine this high tech and this high touch world together. It's one of the reasons why I believe we have the dream team, is because we have people that understand both sides of that. And it's the people that I believe are going to be really effective. And they kind of call that inside of the world that I came in the entertainment industry is like a triple threat. Like if you could act, sing, and dance, it was like you were more valuable to the marketplace. So today, one of the things we want to talk about is I know each and every one of you is going to be attracting some of the most amazing people into your business and into your world. But these are people that you don't know yet. These are people that you are going to be targeting. These are people that are going to be finding you, right? But there is a whole world of people out there that you do know called your warm market. Ooh, how about those people, right? And I know some of you guys are like, oh no, am I going to have to talk to people I know? Not yet, not yet. However, what I do want us to do here is I want us to sort through this. So here's what I'm going to ask you guys to do. Unless you are driving, you're going to need a notepad and a pen to do this exercise. Okay. So what I want to do is really an old school technique that I taught a long time ago. And then I'm going to take it a few steps further here today that I think will help you guys really develop not only a list, but expand your list and give you ideas as to how you can expand your list. Quite frankly, for me, the best market that I have experienced inside of my career in this profession is not my warm market, but what I call my lukewarm market. And I'll explain what I mean by that as we go through this process. But I don't want you to just completely disown that, because if you look at the vast majority of you here today, if I went around and I said, how did you find out about Seacret? Okay. So some of you guys are going to be like, well, I found social networking professionals. So some of you guys are like, I found this. But there's a lot of you that are here because of a relationship. Now, maybe it was somebody that was found through attraction marketing, but that person then actually introduced people that they know. Okay. So I want you guys to know, look, think about it, was I introduced to network marketing first by someone that was warm or someone that was cold? How did I find out about that? And the people that I do know, some of them are going to be great fits for Seacret. Now, what we're not going to do is we're not going to be the, how do I explain, the people that are like, no means not now, and we're going to just go after every human being like they are, for everyone's our best customer and everyone's going to be our best recruit and join the NFL, the No Friends Left Club. That's not what we're doing here. However, we do want people to know that we're in business. We do want people to know what we have. We do want people to know, a good example, if I'm in real estate, okay, if I'm in real estate, one of the first things that I was doing if I signed up in real estate today is I would call everybody I know and I say, hey, just so you know, I got into real estate. If you're looking to buy, sell, or refinance, I want to be your guy. I want to serve. I'd like to have the opportunity to earn your business. And does that mean they're going to buy, sell, or refinance that day? No. But when they do, I want to have what they call top of the mind awareness. I want to have, so write this down, top of the mind awareness. This is really important. Top of the mind awareness, this is the difference between sales and marketing. Sales is I got to sell every person that's coming into the room. I got to sell every person. I'm at this timeshare. These guys are in sales. These are my favorite people to talk to because I'm so obnoxious with them. Because most of the time, anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. Because that's their job. Their job isn't marketing, it's sales. So from a marketing standpoint, I want people to know, how many of you guys remember AOL? You guys remember AOL? America Online. Okay. Now, America Online didn't do sales. They did marketing. They didn't have salespeople. They did marketing. And how did they market? Do you guys remember how AOL marketed? They mailed you a CD or a DVD. How many of you guys are old enough to remember these bad boys, right? So, and they mailed you one. And then what did you do with that one? You threw it away, didn't you? Right? And then what did you do? You got another one, didn't you? Did you ask for the second one? No. Did they call you and be like, hey, do you want AOL? No, they just mailed you another one. And then they mailed you another one. And then they mailed you another one. And then how many of you guys had like an entire coaster section of AOL CDs for your house, right? All the college kids and everybody, that's what we used for coasters in our house was AOL CDs. So, but the reason why I say this is that this was the time before people were online. So what happened was when someone was deciding to get online, whether it was a year, 2 years, 3 years later, guess what the first company that they thought of was? AOL. Why? Because they'd been exposed to it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. They had no salespeople and they took over the marketplace because they created what we call top of the mind awareness. When somebody was thinking about it, when people think about, man, I need a good skincare product. I need a different skincare product. I have an issue with my skin. I want people to think about, man, I need to get back on a track with my health. I need to get my power back in my health. I need to lose weight. I need to gain weight. I need more health. I need more energy. I need better sleep. I want them to think of you. And I want them to think of Seacret. I want them to have top of the mind awareness, right? So here's what we're going to do. Grab a list. We're going to do a little exercise here, and then we're going to dig into it. So first things first is I want you to kind of just totally judgment-free. None of the people that you're about to write down, I'm going to ask you to go talk to unless you feel that it's appropriate and or right, and we have the right way and the right strategy to share Seacret with these people, okay? So, but write down on your list, I want you to write down a memory jogger. Memory jogger. I'm just going to list off a whole bunch of stuff. And I want you to think of any name that pops into your head. Like I might say like, who's your best friend? And you think of someone you hate, just write their name down, right? So any name that pops into your head, I want you to write it down. Now here is the kind of game. If I told you I'd give you $100 for every name you put down, how many would you write down? like a lot. So this is like a no judgment zone. And I want you to just write these down real quick. So we're going to do a 2-minute exercise. Where's my phone? Oh, where's my phone? Seriously. Oh, there it is, under my hat. That scared me. So let's get into this. So here we go. Ready? Who's your best friend? Write down your best friend. Okay. Who's your second best friend? Who used to be your best friend? Write them down. All right. Now, don't get stuck on something. If I say, who's your cousin? You're like, I can't think of a cousin. And then I say, like, who do you know in California? Don't be like, who's my cousin? Move on. All right. So the point of this is just kind of spitfire. All right. Here we go. Ready? So who's your cousin? Okay. Who's your aunt? Who's your favorite aunt? Who's your crazy aunt? Everybody got one. You know what I'm talking about, right? So grandma, grandpa, write them down. Brother, sister, niece or nephew. Who's your favorite niece? Who's your favorite nephew? Okay. I don't care if they're 18 or not. Just write their name down. They could be 12. Doesn't matter. Okay. So who is your grandkids? Okay. You got grandkids? Write them down. Right. So who was your upline in your previous company? Who was your sponsor in your previous company, if you were in one? Who's your favorite network marketer besides Ruth and Trish, which we all know, right? So who's your favorite network marketer? Who's your favorite trainer? Okay. Who do you know that loves sports? Who's the sports freak? Who's been dying inside because, sports was gone? Who loves basketball? Who do you know that loves basketball? Who do you know that loves baseball? Who do you know that loves hockey? Who's the tennis player? Who's the golfer? Who do you know that really loves golf? Think about it. Just write it down. Just write down these names. Okay? Who do you know that loves, who's into dance? Who loves reality TV? Who do you know that's like super conservative? Who do you know that's super liberal? Who do you know that's the hardcore Republican? Who do you know that is Trump, Trump, Trump? Who do you know that's Bernie Sanders? Who do you know that's very outspoken in their activism, left wing? Who do you know that's really right wing? Okay, just write down the names. Who can you think of? This is just supposed to jog your memory. Okay, so outside of that, who do you know that is in sales? Who do you know that's in real estate? Who do you know that is a hairstylist? Who cuts your hair? Who do you know that is, who do you know loves poker? Who do you know that shops a lot? Who do you know that just got married? Who do you know that just got divorced? Who do you know that just had a baby? Who do you know that shops like they have money, but they do not? Who do you know that just retired? Who do you know on the East Coast? Who's up in Northeast? Who's up in Maine, New York, New Jersey? What up? Who do you know down in the South? Who do you know down in Florida and down in the South? Who do you know on the East Coast, Maryland? Who do you know in Chicago? How about Texas? What about Nevada? Who do you know in Nevada? Who do you know West Coasters? Who do you know in California? Who do you know in Canada? Who do you know that speaks Spanish? Who do you know that speaks French? Who do you know that's French Canadian? Okay. All right, so just a couple seconds. Now we could go through a whole lot of more things. How many of you guys have at least, if you're doing this exercise, how many guys have at least 10 names that you wrote down? Okay, at least 10 names you wrote down. Okay. Now, how many of you guys actually wrote down somebody? You're like, oh my God, I haven't thought about this person in a long time. How many of you guys have at least one of those? Right. Okay. So now you may or may not. This is not gonna. I'm not gonna shoot 100% on all these questions, but there may be somebody on here that you may think of. Now, the reason why I say lukewarm is the people who know you for who you are and what you do, and they're the ones that usually that trust is the highest, but respect is kind of the lowest. And what I mean by respect, I mean like they don't respect you as a professional in this industry unless you're known for that. So a good example is I was a dance instructor before I got into network marketing. If I called my friends and I was like, hey, I'm doing this business, they're like, what business? Is it legal? You know, like they didn't even know it was network marketing, didn't care it was network marketing. They knew I wasn't in business. They knew me for teaching dance classes. They also knew me at my worst. You know, I only hung from the chandelier that one time, but they do remember. You guys know what I'm talking about? So, but so when people are kind of evaluating the business, the people who know you the best are not just evaluating the business, they're evaluating you. That's why a lot of the things we're teaching on this, but people that don't know you well, who know you through someone, who know more, they're like, they know you, they know it's like, you're not stranger danger, you know, but they don't really know you. They don't know your profession. They don't know your background. They don't know your personality. Okay. You're like a friend of a friend, right? So there's a cordial level of trust, and there's also still a level of respect that we usually have for our fellow humankind, right? Those are the ones that I found were the best market for me. So I want to dive into this a little bit deeper. So I'm going to pick on, who am I picking on today? Kelsey, I'm picking on you. Okay. So I'm gonna have you unmute. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do, and it's gonna be difficult for me to do it on here, but what I'm gonna ask you to do, and I'm gonna have you guys do this, is I want you to draw a circle on your I want you to get a fresh piece of paper or a new piece of paper, and at the top, I want you to just write I want you to draw 3 circles, like who are your 3 best friends?
You want me to write the names in there?
Yeah, I want you to write their names down. Okay. I'm going to do my best to see if I can do this kind of from my phone. I actually did bring my Elmo in my car. I'll be able to do this later. But so Kelsey, give me who's your first best friend? So give me 3 people you know really well.
Sarah, Noelle, and Maddie.
Sarah, okay, Noelle, Maddie, okay. So now here's what we're gonna do. So I got Sarah, Noelle, and Maddie on here, and what I'm gonna start with is I'm gonna start with Sarah. Okay, I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions. We're gonna see where we can go with this, and I want you guys to pay attention to the exercise here. So, and I just want you to kind of you're gonna free roll with me. So who's somebody that Sarah knows?
Her husband.
What's his name?
Trent.
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 Trent. Okay, so write down. So I want you to write a line from Sarah, and I want you to write down Trent, kind of like you're drawing out a tree, like a binary. Okay. So Trent. Now after Trent, okay, so I wrote down Trent. Who's somebody that Trent knows?
His mom.
What's his mom's name?
I don't know.
Okay. Just write down Trent's mom.
Okay.
Trent mom. Okay. So who's somebody that Trent's moms know? Anybody that you know that she knows?
Probably her sister.
Do you know her sister's name?
No, I don't know their family very well.
Okay. Trent's mom's sister. Just put that one down real quick. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is this. Okay, so we know Trent's mom has a sister, so we're going to write them down. Now, we probably maybe not know somebody that she knows directly. So let's go back up to Trent. Who else does Trent know besides his mom? Who else does Trent know? Think of anybody, friend, somebody you've ever seen him around, brother, anybody. Who does Trent know?
Sarah's brother.
Sarah's brother. Who's Sarah's brother?
Hank.
Hank. Okay, Hank. All right, so who's somebody that Hank knows? Draw a line from Sarah to Hank, and who does Hank know?
Billy.
Billy. Okay. So now who does Billy know? Who's somebody that Billy knows?
His mom.
Anybody? His mom. Billy's mom. Do you know Billy's mom's name?
Meg.
Meg. Okay, so we got Meg on here. All right. Who does Meg know? Anybody Meg knows?
Meg knows Deb, her sister.
Meg knows Deb, her sister. Okay, we got Deb. All right, Deb, the sister of Meg. Who does Deb know? Who does Deb know?
Deb knows a lot of people.
Okay, cool. Give me one of them.
Julia.
Julia. Okay, cool. Who does Julia know?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. A lot of people.
I don't know either. So does Julia know? Think of Julia real quick. Who does Julia know? Does Julia's friends, family?
Julia knows, I can't think of her name right now, but I'm friends with her on Facebook.
Okay, so Julia's Facebook friend, and how do you, And Julia's Facebook friend, and something you can do to kind of remind yourself of her, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
just put Julia's for okay. So we don't know anyone else that Julia knows. We can't really think of that yet. But also, let's go back up. So we're gonna go back up the tree, right? So I got my little tree here, and I'm gonna go back up to Deb. Who else does Deb know besides Julia?
Um, she knows a lot of people.
Who else does
Her
Deb know?
husband.
Or what?
Her husband.
Her husband. What's his name?
Dave.
Dave. Perfect. Who does Dave know?
Steve.
Steve. Okay, perfect. Who does Steve know?
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's a very oh my gosh exercise.
Kathy.
Kathy. Kathy. Perfect. Who does Kathy know? You're doing a great job, by the way.
Oh, thanks. A different Julia.
A different Julia. I'm going to write down different Julia. Julia. Okay. Who does that different Julia know?
Her brother.
Her brother. Do you know his name, or is this different Julia brother?
Elliot.
Elliot. Who does Elliot know? Anybody that Elliot knows that you know?
I don't know.
We don't know anyone.
Come back to a circle. Like
It's
someone that Elliot knows, I already said.
Okay, so let's go back from Elliot and let's go back up to Julia. Who else does Julia know besides Elliot?
I don't know because I don't know her super well.
Okay, perfect. What about Kathy? Who else does Kathy know besides Julia?
John C. Maxwell.
John C. Maxwell.
John interviewed her actually. My mom told me that.
Very cool. Who else? Who does John C. Maxwell know? A lot of people. He knows me. That's funny.
He knows you.
That's hilarious. It all comes full circle. Okay, so I think you guys kind of get the point of the exercise. At least I hope so. So what am I doing? Okay, the first thing I was taught to do was make a list, and this is actually a strategy that I learned from Muzaffar, who's a part of your support team, and he's one of the most powerful trainers, one of the most powerful networkers that I've ever met, one of the most knowledgeable network marketers that you'll ever meet. Like if you want to know about what company and who's in what and where they are at and how they got there and who started what and who left what and who got angry with who, that's who I call. So if you want to know comp plans, the breakdown of numbers of comp plans and the payouts and the behaviors, the guy's a ninja. Anyway, the reason why I'm bringing this up is what we did was this, is from your list here, if you kind of drew out your bubble, what we're doing is we're just asking ourselves, who do I know through this person, right? So we started with Sarah. We didn't even get to Noelle and Maddie. We haven't even got anywhere through this list, okay? So what we did is we went from Sarah to Trent to Trent's mom to Trent's sister. And then we went, I don't know anyone of those people. So you just go back up and you ask, who does this person know besides the person I already thought of? And then you start a new line, you start a new leg. Isn't that network marketing, right? So I want you to create a network marketing organization through your network and through your list. Who do I know through this person? Who do I know from this? Now, I might not remember them, but I could find them. You know, like you said here, Julia's Facebook friend, and you were like, I can't think of, just don't get caught on it. Go like Julia's Facebook friend that I know I could find if I wanted to, right? So in this, Sarah, Trent to mom, then we went to Hank to Billy to Meg to Dave to Deb to Dave to Steve, and then we went back up. So when we run into a dead end and we go, I don't know anyone that Elliot knows, then we just go back up one level and go, who else does Julia know besides Elliot? Oh, that's right, you know? And then we're going to continue this out. We just turned in a couple of minutes, okay? We turned one name into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We turned one name into 15, which means if we just said one name, we could turn into 10 roughly. If we write down 10 names, we can get to 100. If we write down 100, we could probably get to 1,000 names. Now, we may not have their phone numbers, but today, back in the day, you used to have someone's phone number to call them. You don't have to have somebody's phone number to call them today. Are you kidding me? You know, you just need their name. You can find anybody that wants to be found. Now, if they don't want to be found, they're probably not looking to do network marketing. I'm just telling you, okay? So, but in this, I want you to create this list and I want you to expand on it. Now, the reason why I want you to do this is right now our job is what we do is we take people from not knowing about Seacret to knowing about Seacret. Now, we're going to do that directly by introducing them to Seacret, or we're going to do them indirectly by introducing them to whether it's them looking for attraction marketing, looking to how to build a business online, and then having that be the value that they see. And then through that, them finding out that, hey, there's this amazing group of people that you already have all these tools and resources for that have this amazing company. So whether you're taking it through a direct step or other steps, it's not a wrong way to do it, okay? So now, some of these things are going to happen sooner, and some of them are going to happen faster. Some of them are going to be seeds you're going to plant, you're going to be building your brand, and you're going to be building this. But some of you have people right now, I call it low-hanging fruit, that there are people out there right now that are joining stupid things. You guys understand that, right? Like they're joining dumb companies with inferior products, inferior comp plans, no system, no training, no attraction marketing program. I got none of that stuff. All right. They're not open in 40 countries as of Saturday that they can sell and make money from. They don't have a skincare line and a nutrition line. They maybe just have one and or the other. You guys, I'm hoping you guys understand this, that there are people out there that are looking. Okay. Now, we're not going to go jam it down their throats or anything like that, but I just want you to take some time to expand on your list and do this exercise. Okay. So, and what I want you to do is just kind of draw it out, just take a snapshot of it. And it's not something that you can do on a computer. It's something physical you have to write out. So just you're going to have to trust me on this one. Okay. Just physically write it out. And what you're going to start thinking of is your mind will kind of just, once it kind of gets in this habit of thinking of who do I know, 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 it'll kind of start to expand. Once we've done that, okay, once we've expanded this out here, and I want you to do this, is let's just take a look at the list. Are any of the people on this list potential ideal customers or ideal agents? Do they fit the avatar? Do they? Do they fit Seacret's avatar? Or, you know what? Me, oh, that's right. I totally forgot. Sarah's daughter has eczema. I mean, if nothing else, not for me, not for my income, not for my customer, not for my trip points, I should be introducing this product line to her because it could help. If nothing else, I should be doing that. So, and I just want you to expand on this and see where this can go, because there are people out there like I built a multi-million-dollar organization and income before I even knew what the word attraction marketing meant. Now I'm a fledgling little baby in it, and I'm learning about it, and I'm excited to I'm doing some Facebook Lives today to my directly targeting people from my Facebook. I'm going to be doing some lives today to bring more people into social networking professionals for myself. Okay. And don't judge me. It could be terrible. We'll find out. But if I'm a fall, I'm gonna fall on my face. I'm gonna fall flat, and then I'm gonna get up and keep doing it. So, because that's how I learn. I learn from experience. I learn from doing, just like all of us. Okay. But I want you guys to know is that there are people out there that you know that are looking for this, and they're looking for Seacret. Okay. And we want to have that top of the mind awareness.
Tell us where they are.
that they know and they think about it. It's usually, like I said, it's not going to be in your warm. It's going to be in your lukewarm. It's going to be through these people. So put this together, and you may put this all together and you go, look, I wrote down 200 names and only 4 of them are like, oh man, I totally forgot about this person. I should get in contact with them. Now, some of these people, here's what it is. If you don't want to introduce them to Seacret, don't introduce them to Seacret. If you don't want to introduce them to social networking professionals, don't introduce them to social networking professionals. Here's what you do. Send them a message. Say, oh my God, it's been a long time. You literally, I thought of you today. And I just wanted to reach out and see, did you just think of them today? Yes. Hey, just wanted to see how you're doing. Start the conversation with them. Ask them what's going on in their world. How's it going on there? Oh my God, it's been forever. No agenda, no backdoor thing, no trying to recruit them. Just start the conversation. And then what you know will happen because of the Facebook algorithms, if you're talking and you're commenting and you're liking on each other's stuff, they're going to see what you're doing anyway. And if what we have is appealing to them, they'll come in. But usually if somebody comes out of the woodworks, they're curious about what you're going on. Now, if you don't go from, hey, I just thought of you, and and then like 2 seconds later, you're like, want to join my deal? They're like, oh, okay, I get what this is about. You have really no intention of connecting with me. You had really no intention of finding out what's going on in my world. You're just going through an old list of people trying to find people to get. Okay? So don't be that guy. Don't be that gal. Good? Questions about this? No? Okay. Now.
I have a question.
Shoot.
It's not exactly about this, but you mentioned like eczema. Is there a list somewhere that shows like problems like that and stuff that which products might help? I'm
No.
guessing there might not be because of the FDA, but
Yeah, no,
is,
no,
is
no, and there
there?
never will. No, and there never will be. Compliance. If you're hearing this, just want to make
I'm
sure you
hearing this,
know.
but
Yeah, right.
can
No,
can
no,
off the record,
no,
can
and
you help me
no, and there
later?
never, no, and there never will be. Anyway, here's what I'll tell you: the Dead Sea has been known to help with a lot of challenges that people have had with their body and with their skin. And here's the thing: there's three main things that if you take a look at the people that go to the Dead Sea, the salt, the minerals, and the mud. Salt, the minerals, and the mud. Now, here's what I will tell you guys about just skincare in general, okay? Whether it's for the body or for the face. You really want to have a regimen that incorporates three different categories. You want to have something that cleanses. You want to have something that exfoliates. And you want to have something that moisturizes and or hydrates the body. Those are three things that are going to be really important for anybody taking care of their skin. If you take care of it, it will take care of you a lot longer. We've all met someone that looks older than they are or younger than they are. Usually, and a lot of that from first impression, unless outside of attitude and their personality, is seeing their skin, right? So if you look at it, cleanse, exfoliate, moisturize. So if you were looking at it for the body, right, from our body products with Seacret, if you were looking to cleanse, the mud soap and the mud from the Dead Sea is an incredible cleanser, right? Number two, exfoliate, the salt and oil scrub. You got the salt from the Dead Sea, okay? This one is not just an exfoliator, it's also a hydrator because of the oils, right? And then the body butter is an incredible moisturizer. Now, some people prefer the lotion to the body butter, okay? But all three of those products, you have the mud, the salt, and the minerals, highly concentrated minerals from the Dead Sea, that is pretty much the best regimen for your skin for anybody. Now, some people are going to kind of tweak up their regimen to serve their specific needs, and they're going to have maybe targeted areas, right? Like our hands and our feet, but mud, salt, minerals. So cleanse, exfoliate, moisturize. Everyone say it with me now. Cleanse, exfoliate, moisturize. Okay. All right, those are your three steps. Same thing for your face. You should have a cleanser, the one that's good for your skin type. You should exfoliate once, twice a week. Don't need to do more than that, really. And then, because you're not going to build that much dead skin. And then number three, something that's going to hydrate. Some people use targeted areas, eyes, certain different areas for target spots. But yep. So that's it for today. That is it. Let's go kick some butt. And is today Wednesday? What is today? Wednesday. So I'm going to be going live in Social Networking Professionals here in an hour. Talking about something. We'll see what I talk about. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Jesse signing off. Bye for now. Oh, the Hawaii. It's Wednesday. Oh my God. I'm so lost on my time frames here. Thank you, Whitney. I'm like, I knew there was something else. I was like, there's something else happening today. So let's stop this recording. Ta-da.